for your main event of the evening. Please welcome your first fighter making the walk to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Edward the Dominator Donovan. We've had a change in the running order. Please welcome your first fighter making the walk to the ring, Paul Ryan!
Explain how I feel. Sun in the sky, how I feel. It's drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Ooh, and I feel good.
Bill Barrett, Paul Ryan comes to the ring. The middleweight, the model, the man with so much confidence, and you'd have to dress like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top talent. His career probably hasn't gone the way he would have liked it to so far. It probably hasn't gone the way many expected, but he is a dangerous man. And here comes Edward Donovan, younger brother of Paddy, and almost something of a kindred spirit, I think, to Paul Ryan.
Yeah.
Very good underage amateur. Was always told that he was perfect for the pros, but just things haven't really worked out. And now we have the pair of them against each other, with the winner perhaps going on to big things.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been bumps in the road for both guys. Neither of them seem too affected by it. And we see Paddy walking out with Edward.
Paddy Donovan, whose celebrity has increased so much over the last year. A man who's probably been in the stadium hundreds of times. I've seen him here. But he came in tonight and it was mobbed for selfies and autographs. And it's funny, I remember meeting Paddy when he's probably 15, 16, and he was telling me about his brother. His brother was the guy that was the pro. He was the guy who was sparring all the pros.
Oh yeah, he was exceptional.
He was a harder man, yeah.
Taking place over 8 rounds. The timekeeper at the bell is Alex McKenzie, and your referee when the action begins, David Irving. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time this evening, the fighters are ready, the ringside officials are ready. Dublin, are you ready? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks, he weighed in officially 159.5 pounds. He brings into this ring a professional record, 8 wins and 2 defeats. Hailing from and fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for ravishing Paul Ryan! And his opponent standing across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in officially 158.2 pounds. He brings into this ring a professional record of 7 wins and only 1 defeat, with 3 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Hailing from and fighting out of Limerick in Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Edward the Dominator Donovan! Fighters to the center of the ring.
Here we go.
Main event time here, and one that I've been
yourselves
flip-flopping on all week.
Commands. Okay, Paul?
Like no
I'll
time
be
on the
touched.
line here, as
Good luck,
both
guys.
guys are coming off losses, but that does not diminish the level of the fight here. And 2 of the most talented young prospects that have come through. Again, as we say, their pro careers have had bumps, and if maybe things have gone slightly different, otherwise they'd be in a very different place right now. But instead, we are treated with this fight that a couple of years ago you could never have seen coming.
No, absolutely not. And look, everyone wants to protect their O, and fighters want to get to double-digit O's. But look, is there any harm in the O being gone and having to deal with that adversity? And let's see how they both deal with it now in a big domestic fight.
Edward Donovan returning to the ring after 13 months following his BUI Celtic title loss to Craig O'Brien. Paul Ryan is returning after his WBC Grand Prix last 16 loss to Derek Pomerleau, the Canadian, who has now actually gone on to the semi-finals. He was up in that fight, and he had dropped Pomerleau before being caught himself, which is just the nature of boxing, I suppose.
Pomerleau is actually the favourite to win the tournament at middleweight now, I believe. He scored an impressive knockout in his quarter-final against a 5-0 Russian fighter, I think it was. So,
and Ryan was dominating him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sliding doors moment maybe, but he finds himself here in the National Stadium. He's shown a lot of power so far in his pro career, but he's also shown vulnerabilities.
Certainly, and admittedly, going to my head yesterday, I was asked who I think, and I said I was leaning 60-40 Edward Donovan just because I didn't like the look of Paul Ryan on the scales. But now I look at him in there, it's like a different person.
Ravishing, yeah.
It's amazing how some fighters are capable of that.
He's looking sharp here, Ryan, so far. Edward Donovan won the European Junior Championships, that's under 16s. Won gold there, but because he is so close in age to Paddy, he actually was in the same age group at youth level. So a family decision was made for Edward to take a step back, and he sort of lost a bit of momentum and then went pro after Paddy went pro. He had a bit of a horrible time with his initial promoters, and then
I believe he was based out in Spain for a little while, and that
bit of
probably didn't go to plan.
Some good shots there from Paul Ryan.
It shows that you need an element of luck as well, don't you, in this game?
Because he would have spent a lot of time as a teenager in the Winklebank gym, sparring with Kel Brook and Kid Galahad, and then just didn't really get the momentum in the pros, and this is his chance now. A second chance after that Craig O'Brien fight, which he was hoping that was going to be his coming out party, and ended up getting caught, the fight being stopped and losing a technical decision.
Yeah, not an ideal one. Then you can kind of argue with the loss, and he'll argue, well, look, if the fight had continued, I probably would have won. This is his first fight at middleweight, I believe.
Yes, up from welterweight when he started initially. And Donovan's corner were very happy with his finish to the round there. Round two coming up now. Donovan gives Ryan a nod.
Cagey opening round. I feel like it's a fight that might take 3 or 4 rounds to get going.
Cupping uppercut there from Ryan. We haven't really seen the power from Donovan so far in his pro career. We haven't really seen him too much, to be honest. A lot of his fights have been hidden away. So he is a bit of an unknown quantity for a lot of people.
Yeah, for all we know, there could be a bit of whack. And they are wearing those Pap and Spark gloves. Quite
Tyson
tight.
Fury special, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would they be considered... Well, where they punch his gloves, and I see Paul Ryan just ate a big right hand there.
Yeah, there'd be a tighter kind of glove on the inside, especially around the knuckle area. No, they're not a Reyes,
Very few are, I suppose.
but they will lend a hand to a puncher. They've exchanged some beautiful jabs and straight right hands here and haven't moved out of the centre of the ring.
I think Donovan so far in this round has landed the heavier shots. Ryan took it well.
We see the battle of the toes here as well as the fighters. Watch, they keep standing on each other's feet.
Good long left hand there from Ryan, catching Edward Donovan just on the chin.
Edward just keeps poking that straight right hand there as well.
It's also great to see Edward get a fair bit of attention, because I suppose he spends a lot of time being Paddy Donovan's brother, whereas they spent their entire childhood coming up and they were just boxing brothers.
Yeah, and look, he's a very good fighter in his own right, and he deserves this 100%. And this is his opportunity to kind of step out of those, not shadows, but a little bit of a shadow, I suppose. He's landed some nice right hands in this round.
Yeah, he's in the ascendancy here, I think. And considering his time out of the ring, he's looking quite sharp.
Yeah, I mean, the camps he's been around, being working with Andy Lee and, you know, Joseph Parker, obviously Paddy. We've seen Hamza Shiraz. Like, he has access to those camps and that level of training.
That's a good Donovan round again. That's going to give him confidence.
Yep.
Round 3 coming up here.
I think we might be looking at 1-1 so far now, Joe.
After that close
Beautiful
first, yeah, it was a
jab.
good round for Donovan.
Double right hand there from Paul Ryan, little unorthodox. I suppose one element to this, Joe, as well, we can look at, and the winner is going to be looking for big fights, possibly outside of Ireland. Could we see the loser here potentially look at, you know, picking up a quick win and maybe challenging Daniel O'Sullivan?
I think so. There's so many fights that I like. It just depends on, as you say, you have to get the quick win first.
Yeah,
I'd like to keep it all in there. Could you have one of them fight? Peter
Peter
Carr
Carr
and then fight Daniel Sullivan, or did Peter Carr fight Daniel Sullivan again? Like, there's so much.
No, absolutely, and it's one you think, like, the depth now in the division. Granted, like, the guys here, they are technically at 160. Daniel's just become the champ at 154, but I think both men here are probably capable of making 154.
Definitely Ryan, all right, yeah. And Donovan looked comfortable at the weight yesterday. Very comfortable.
Yeah, he looked quite big at the weight as well, which was odd. Cagey rounds, so difficult to score.
Good work there from Ryan as Donovan came forward, but Donovan's doing damage up against the rope there. That's some good work. Didn't get discouraged. And whatever about Ryan's power, which he has shown, Donovan doesn't seem to reflect it too much. He's able to come forward and
Yeah, he's marching forward there with a bit of purpose about his work.
good shot there from Ryan. And Donovan did feel them.
But he brushed him off quite quickly as well. Did they rob the round?
Oh, definitely. I'd like to see a replay of them because I think was there 2 or 3 there?
Looked like 3,
oh,
yeah.
3. As Donovan comes in. 1, 2, 3. 2 huge runs and a third one. Jolted the head back. And that is, like it happened a couple of times with Cronin in the previous fight, that would be a nice little confidence boost.
Yeah, no, absolutely it will. I mean, we saw the guys that were in Talksport Tower just being interviewed the other day, and Paul Ryan said he nothing but respect for Edward Donovan, but he feels everything Edward does well, he does just a little bit better.
And we can see Ryan now maybe just opening up a little bit. And
yeah, a little bit of confidence gained from that exchange at the end of the last round.
heads coming very close together there though. Nice long left hand from the Dublin southpaw. And a good
Nice
jab as well. You're starting to finally see a bit of that Paul Ryan flair.
Yeah, and potentially, you know, he's a little bit apprehensive at times because he has found himself getting caught with kind of wonder shots, if anything.
And I will say, they always say that power comes through your legs, and like you see the legs on Paul Ryan as well here.
Yeah, look
He's
at
like
those.
a tank.
Those quads are exceptional. But Edward Donovan has stuck to the game plan and pushing Paul Ryan back from the very start.
And he's kept calm. It may be the last minute and a half hasn't gone his way, but he is keeping to his task.
Yeah, and he landed a nice right hand there.
Yeah, another club in right hand. Gugu Donovan going wild in the corner as Edward Donovan starts to claw his way back into this round.
Yeah, he is trying to get a momentum shift going here. He's letting his hands go. He's landed a
Nice
couple of
short ones, yeah. Ryan just waiting for him to get into range, and then he's unloading like a Tasmanian devil, really.
Donovan doing well to keep Ryan against the ropes here. He's not letting him out easy. Couple of nice short shots there from Edward Donovan.
Oh, but
Paul Ryan explodes.
Oh, explodes out. This is great action here, right on top of us in National Stadium. Donovan coming in with uppercuts and a big long left overhand. He has Ryan in the corner, but Ryan goes back. Big uppercut, forces Donovan back, but he returns milliseconds later. He has Ryan forced up against the rope. Still 10 seconds to go in this round. Good uppercut and another hook to the body.
Small bit of blood from Paul Ryan's nose there.
Ryan is bloodied. He took damage there in those final 30 seconds. He didn't will, but a lot. He took a lot out of him there. I think that last section in the round.
It was a slow burner that round, wasn't it? Edward Donovan kind of didn't march forward. He inched forward for the first minute or so. Then he saw his opportunity and he slowly took over in the round.
Almost without Paul Ryan recognizing. He thought he was in the intensity after the previous round. Donovan is up in the corner, arm raised. His brother Paddy going wild at the side of the ring. They think their man is en route to a big victory. Paul Ryan needs a response now.
I saw a quote from Edward during the week. He said basically, if it comes down to heart, there's nobody with a bigger heart than me in Irish boxing. I thought it's a big bold statement to make, but he might have an opportunity to prove it here tonight.
Good left hand from Ryan. Oh, huge shot and another. Edward Donovan's proven he has a chin here because he
hasn't flinched from
hasn't flinched, exactly.
Paul Ryan knowing a bit of urgency was required there at the start of this round.
Snappy shots from Paul Ryan, and they're more thudding blows from Donovan. But these clubbing shots are doing damage and making Paul Ryan look uncomfortable.
And the same as the last round, we just see Edward inching forward. Look, he just keeps putting his foot on the inside of Paul Ryan's lead foot.
Big long overhand right by Edward Donovan. Lands well.
Edward's just breaking Paul Ryan's rhythm here with those little, they're feints more than anything.
Feints at the feet, yeah. David Irving breaks the pair up again. Good counter left hand by Paul Ryan. But Donovan is straight back on top of him. Oh, good shots again by Paul Ryan.
Yeah, his technical ability can't be questioned. He's great reflexes. He spots the openings.
Good body shots. Paddy Donovan in the corner, urging Edward to come forward more. Which is funny because it's all Edward's done.
Yeah, he's marched forward here in little spaces, little steps, and he's keeping Paul Ryan on the back foot.
Good left hook. Bit of showmanship there from Paul Ryan, who avoids one of Edward Donovan's shots and looks to the sky like Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, we've seen that one 5,000 times now.
Never as good as Billy Joe's either.
No, but it still makes me smile every time.
Oh, good left hand there from Paul Ryan. Big intake of breath from Paul Ryan. It's an odd sort of round in that he probably landed the 5 best punches of the round. But
yeah, but he got pushed back and he was getting tagged with simple little shots.
Yeah. Clubbing, pudding shots. Was outlanded in that fight, especially with power in that round with power punches. But one of those biggest cliches in boxing was what you like as a judge.
Oh, that absolutely is, and it's starting to turn into somewhat of a war of attrition now.
Here we go, round 6. Good right hand from Paul Ryan to start the round off. Right hook catching Edward Donovan around the ear.
And
And
again,
another. Nice little left uppercut, right hand side. This has been a very good start from Paul Ryan. He needs something like this.
yeah, brilliant first 30 seconds of the round, and something Edward Donovan needs to figure it out now quickly and not allow it to continue.
Good work here by Paul Ryan so far.
There really is razor thin margins between both guys and their ability, isn't there?
Nothing between the pair.
Yeah, circumstances obviously dictated that there couldn't be a title on the line this evening, but it's definitely a fight worthy of a title.
Exactly. And Paul Ryan is he maybe, and I don't want to put the curse, as we keep saying, on him, but is he maybe dealing with the Edward Donovan pressure a little bit better? He's pivoting away quite well, I think, and he is.
Yeah, he's using his
countering.
feet. Lovely little right uppercut there as Edward was kind of falling in.
The Donovan corner is a little bit less animated as well this round.
Yeah, other than Paddy. Yeah, we're seeing again there was Paul Ryan using his feet, getting in and out sharp and snappy, and we heard the crowd shouting at Edward Donovan to do what he has been doing and cut the ring off.
Still a minute to go, but this has probably been the most clear round either way so far.
Yeah, no, this has been a strong round for Paul Ryan. A little lack of activity perhaps from Edward Donovan in this round as he took it off.
Relatively uncharted territory. I know he would have trained for the full 8 with Craig O'Brien, but didn't go that distance obviously, so maybe that's in the back of his head.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done more than enough work to be capable of it, but there is that mental block as well. You worry a little bit when you enter that.
Great work again there from Ryan. Just 1-2 off the rope and pivot. Oh, and a straight left hand down the pipe. Shots after the bell from both. Ryan in a bit of retaliation, but he'll be very happy with his round's work as he moves into the final 2 stanzas. It's going to be close. I know Donovan probably banked some early rounds. Again, a lot of it is what you like. This is going to be close, and it's all up for grabs as we go into round 7.
Yeah, it's definitely all on the line here. I personally have it at 3-3 now.
Penultimate round here in the National Stadium.
And a very important one as well, I feel. Whoever wins this one is going to have the momentum going into the final round, which is going to be very important.
Yeah, Paul Ryan's tail will be up, but has Edward Donovan been read the riot act in the corner there? counter
Nice
left
shot.
hand. Great work from both. Ryan is following the same tactics he used in the previous round to such good effect.
Yeah, he's using those fast feet and those single shots to just pick away at Edward Donovan. But Donovan hasn't stopped coming forward.
He's not particularly cutting the ring off though, is he, Donovan? He's following a little bit.
No, he is following a little bit now.
It's understandable at this stage. And another good counter. Donovan's sort of in the territory now where he's willing to take one to land one.
Yeah, and he may have to do that now for the remainder of the fight.
And that's dangerous when you're fighting someone who is as powerful and as sharp. The punches that are coming in from Ryan are real eye-catching ones. Good work there again.
Yeah, there's a bit of a thud off each punch. That was a big right hand landed there from Edward.
Yeah, Donovan's done some good work there.
And
That's
another.
and another. This could be what he needs. And another through the guard. Ryan's been forced to fight a little bit faster now.
We're into the final 30 seconds of our penultimate round, and I think it's still up for grabs.
Big call. Good work here from Ryan.
Big shots from Donovan.
Donovan just catching him as he dropped the glove there. Probably got in the inside of the glove, but it made a big sound. It's really starting to heat up. Both sets of fans know how close it is. Oh, who'll be a judge?
Oh, yeah.
Both corners frantically talking to their men as we approach the final round of a new dawn. What a show it's been tonight, and still plenty of time for drama. 3 more minutes to go between these two rising middleweights. Both have a chance to set their career really down a certain path, and nothing will be left. No stone will be left unturned going into these final 3.
That really is an opportunity to vault your career to the next kind of level, isn't it? Where the guys probably believe they should be already.
Ryan early with the sharp shots. Poking out there, yeah.
And Donovan just marching forward, letting those straight backhands go.
Good right hand from Donovan, and then a left hook that just gets caught behind the neck of Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan, who's really come into it in the second half of this fight. And there he lands some just eye-catching shots. Maybe they're not hurting Donovan. Maybe he's not putting everything into them, but they are so eye-catching.
Yeah, and they're stopping the flow of Donovan as well. I can confidently say we were all correct to be going back and forth on who'll win this day and that day, and you know, it's 60-40 fight either way.
Yeah. Cigarette paper between the two of them.
Yeah. I'd say if you did this fight 10 times, they'd win 5 each.
Yeah. I know it's very early in the night, but is this the sort of one that you're thinking rematch for a Celtic or an Irish title or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd like to see either of the guys have the opportunity to pick up a belt.
Long, sharp left hand into the chest there from Paul Ryan.
It's under a
Halfway
minute
through
and
the
a half.
final round, yeah. Right back.
Paddy Donovan urging his brother on here.
Donovan's marching forward. He hasn't thrown as much as he probably needs to in the last 30 or so seconds. He needs to up the work rate.
Yeah, he really needs to leave it all in here now. It's a very close fight, and you want to give yourself the best opportunity to be declared the winner.
Ryan comes forward. Oh, uppercut. Slapping shot there in retaliation from Edward Donovan. I think this fight might be going the way of Ryan. 40 seconds to go. Ryan is looking the tidier one as we come into the final few stages.
Yeah, we're in the final 30 seconds here, and if you're going to rob around, this is the time to do it.
And a good right hand upstairs out from Ryan as Donovan comes forward. A momentum killer, as you were saying.
Yeah, it puts a stop to the game plan there, as both guys just let loose.
Here we go. Great,
Fantastic
competitive,
fight.
solid fight between two good quality lads. It has been a great night here at the National Stadium in Dublin. Thank you for joining me, Joe O'Neill, and Martin Wall on Thriller throughout all 15 fights. We are going to go now to Master Ceremony Paul Brown for the final result of what has been an absolutely bumper night, and it has been absolutely great to enjoy with you, Martin, and to enjoy with you watching at home.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Joe. Let's see how this one goes. I wouldn't place a bet on either of them getting this one.
Whatever the result is, we'll see both again soon, and hopefully we'll see JB back at the National Stadium soon as well, because there are plenty more domestic fights, and I think we proved tonight that Irish domestic fights can't be beaten. 4 domestic fights, 4 absolute crackers.
Yeah, absolutely. A brilliant example of just what can be achieved when Irish domestic fights are put on a card
Post-fight press
together.
conference will take place in the High Performance Unit immediately after this main event. What about that for a main event of the evening, folks? Please get on your feet and show your appreciation for both of your fighters. After 8 rounds of action, referee David Irving has scored this bout 77 for your winner, Paul Ryan!